U.S. House passes Safe Banking Act. The U.S. House of Representatives on Friday passed the Safe Banking Act. This was the first week of February, which would normalize banking and financial services for state-approved cannabis companies for the sixth time, according to a roll call report. The legislation was included as an amendment to the China competition bill. It had previously approved the legislation as a standalone bill as recently as April and as part of the 2022 defense spending bill, but it was omitted from the final version of the final law. The proposal still needs to survive the conference process between the House and the Senate. Some lawmakers in the upper chamber, including Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and Democratic Senator Cory Booker, have said that they might not support the amendment without an effort to pass broader reforms related to federal cannabis laws. Crazy. I'm not very hopeful that this will pass, but we will see. Okay, proposed change. House cannabis banking bill sponsor is quote unquote confident it will advance through Senate despite obstacles. Per the article, the fight continues to get the Senate to pass a marijuana banking reform bill, and the measure's House sponsor says he is quote unquote confident that the opposite chamber will finally take it up. Perlmutter, Democrat in Colorado, has been trying to get the Secure and Fair Enforcement or Safe Banking Act across the finish line for several years now. And his latest attempt is to pass it as a part of a large-scale manufacturing and innovation bill to which the cannabis language was recently attached in the House. In an interview with Yahoo Finance on Friday, the congressman discussed the prospects of his proposal, which has cleared the House 6 times in some form now. He says that while Senate leadership has insisted on passing comprehensive legalization first, he still sees opportunities to advance his bipartisan incremental reform. Federally owned utility company walks back threat to block electricity for marijuana businesses. A federally owned utility company that recently stirred controversy after signaling that it might refuse to provide wholesale electrical services to state legal marijuana businesses clarified on Thursday that it won't be taking such action. At the same time, it is seeking federal guidance on the matter. Advocates, congressional lawmakers, and a key Mississippi regulator condemned the Tennessee Valley Authority, TVA, for suggesting that it might turn off the lights on cannabis facilities operating lawfully under state policy. The prior statement from TVA, which cited federal obligations to uphold prohibition, came days after Mississippi's governor signed into law a bill to legalize medical cannabis in the state. TVA is a main supplier of electricity in the Mississippi northern region. But now TVA said in a clarifying statement on Thursday that it has, quote unquote, an obligation to serve our customers with safe, reliable, low-cost energy, and we will continue to do so. There will be no interruption in service because of this newly signed law, end quote. Well, there better not. And you need to come on board with federal legalization, TVA. In the last federal update, a proposed change. Hemp could have more THC under a new congressional bill that aims to fix regulatory issues for expanding industry. Per the article, a new congressional bill seeks to build upon the federal legalization of hemp by providing cannabis businesses with additional flexibility that's been sought after by industry stakeholders, as well as remove a controversial ban on market participation by people with prior drug convictions. Rep. Pingree, Democrat out of Maine, filled the Hemp Advancement Act on Tuesday. The legislation would provide several critical reforms, including by increasing the legal THC threshold for hemp products from the current 0.3% to 1% on dry weight basis. It could additionally upend the growing market for Delta 8 THC products by officially counting the isomer and allowable THC amounts. It would also address an issue related to THC levels for in-process hemp or work in progress. Businesses previously raised concerns about the THC threshold prescribed under existing federal statute because the process of hemp extraction can temporarily raise the THC content in a crop in a way that could make them liable for enforcement action. Under Pingree's bill, in-progress hemp would not be subject to any THC limits as long as the final product doesn't exceed 1%. In my personal opinion here, Updating the work in progress regulatory requirement is a big deal. This is a major area where hemp manufacturers run into problems, especially around new isomers such as Delta 8, which absolutely needs to be regulated and tested. This isomer is psychoactive, and every state is treating the isomer differently within hemp and cannabis regulatory frameworks.